Right then, okay, hello, welcome to this video. I am out on the VFR750 today. I have just given it a service. Its MOT is passed. It was running a little bit lumpy for the first 8 miles, but now it's done 32 miles since its MOT, and it's it's coming back. I mean, it has had a service and stuff, so new spark plugs, coolant, airbox has been done. The air filter didn't need changing, annoyingly, but I was like, oh well, I'm here for the sake of 20 quid, you know what, let's just change it. It's only a cheap part. Spark plugs probably didn't need changing either. They were quite expensive, but they were just standard spark plugs. I've replaced it with Iridium ones now. So yeah, new tyres, well, not new tyres, but the tyres are pretty fresh still. I think the rear has only done about 600 700 miles, so that's pretty good going. So basically the bike's all set up now, ready for a little season of summer, shall we say. I'm not going to use it all summer, got other bikes to use as well, but I just thought I'd need to get this on the road, because I mean, people say, oh okay, it's, you know, tax and MOT 50, 60, 70, 80, that's 90 quid just there for tax and MOT. It's quite a fair amount, that is, plus your service, which has probably come to about 150, but then all I got to do is pay for fuel now, pretty much. So, and then I've got no monthly repayments on this bike, so you really can't, I can't really grumble if it just sits there for a year. It doesn't do a lot. Well, I say it doesn't do a lot. It's done in the 2 years, coming up to 2 years now that I've owned it. I've done almost, I don't know how many miles I've done. It's going to be about 6,000. It's going to be about 6,000 miles that I've done on it, which is pretty good going, considering that I've got so many different bikes. But yeah, 6,000 miles, it's not bad, and it still pulls quite well. I'm relatively happy with it. It's quite easy to ride. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm still getting used. Still got to get used to this sports bike again now. But yeah, it's relatively easy to ride. Let's face it. It's quite a, and it's just nice to, like, if I need to go up to see my mate or whatever, then I don't really want to take a cub, because if I'm only going to go staying with a mate in a house, I'm not taking like an interesting route or anything. I just want to mainline it. This bike's perfect for it, because it just can chomp out the motorway if I need to, or I could decide, you know what, I don't fancy motorway today, let's go on the back roads, and I can do all that. I can do all that, and it's got power that if you want to, you know, speed up, go a bit quicker, you can, sort of thing. So it's just nice to have. And now that I've changed that tyre to a narrower profile, oh, it corners so much better. I thought it was just because I had an old knackered tyre, which I did have, yeah. It was a squared off tyre when I kind of bought it, but I managed to squeeze about 4,000 miles out of it. I managed to squeeze about 4,000 miles out of that rear before changing it. Changed it at the end of last year, sort of thing, and then this bike sat in the garage. October, November, December, you know, what's that, 6 months it sat, probably? 6 months it sat in the garage. It did fire up first time and then died again, and then took a while to get going again, but it did start up. So but I thought, you know what, so yeah, I've also changed the battery as well. So I think the bike now has a total of about 2 grand spent on it, including everything. That includes everything, that does. That includes the lot. That includes buying the bike, purchasing all the bits to service it, and servicing it. There's what, 2 services it's had now in my ownership, because when I bought it I serviced it straight away, which it did need doing, and then yeah, now I've serviced it again just recently. So yeah, it's not too bad, considering that if I was to buy a brand new bike, the monthly repayments alone would probably be about a grand and a bit a year easy. So, and this bike does the job. Alright, we're idling a little bit high. I did screw the idle in a bit, because it was running a little bit lumpy, and I thought, you know what, let's just turn the idle up just a little bit. Whee! No, I did not expect that. No, I mean, did not expect that to happen. Jeez, that was a heart in the mouth moment there. Oh, that made me jump, I must admit. That was a bit sketch. Tried to ride with a smile. Because a happy driver is, yes, a safe driver. A calm driver is a happy driver is, or whatever the line is. No, I could stop here for breakfast, but nope. No bikes today, not going to go. I've definitely guaranteed that we're going to have like a really thunderstorm now. We're going to have like horrible weather now. Now that I've decided to get this bike on the road, it's going to be like, and I've washed it as well, so I'm just waiting for the weather forecast to say it's going to be torrential floods. So yeah, going away. Oof, that's a bit of a bump. Going away in a few. Yeah, I've got a few camping trips planned. But yeah, a couple of road trips. 2 road trips planned on the VFR this year. That's it. I might have another one later on, but just 2 this year so far. Yeah, I've got some other plans, but it all depends on what if the CVT50 RS is running or not. I've had some problems with that, as you know. I've been doing the odd live stream here and there. So let's see how out this speedo is. Okay, so I'm doing 40 now, and it says I'm doing 38. Okay, so it's 2 miles under. I know that is percentage. So when I know that when I'm reading 70 on this, it's actually more like 65. That tank slap is really annoying me. I did soften it up a bit, but yeah, it needs to be. It's not as bad as it was, but yeah, I need to put more rubber around the lip here to stop that from happening. Don't know if you can hear it, but it goes thud thud every time I hit a pothole or something. And there's quite a lot of potholes at the moment, which is making me really question, why do I even blinking bother with this bike? I should just get the BMW on the road and call it a day, and then just not bother with anything. And I just have the BMW and just have that, and I could still do that. I could still, part of me thinks, oh, maybe I should just, but no, it's just, I'd miss the road bike so much, and considering this bike is relatively cheap, I'm not going to complain. Okay, yes, the fuel can be expensive, but everything else is so cheap on it. I'm not going to really, like, all the servicing is pretty easy to do yourself. I mean, it's a right pain to do the service on these. I'm not going to lie, like, all this plastic stuff has to come off. The bike had to be stripped completely down, and the radiator has to come off to get to the 2 spark plugs. 2 on the front, 2 under the tank. 2 under the radiator, 2 under the tank. So you have to take, so yeah, if you change the spark plugs, you have to drain the coolant, because you have to take the radiator off. Take the radiator off, you have to take the hoses off. So yeah, it was a case of, well, I'm here, I'm doing it, and now it's done. I won't need to do it probably for another 50. I think it was last changed like 11-12 years ago, the spark plugs, which is about, I don't know, 20,000 plus miles ago. So probably another 5,000 miles. I could have squeezed another year out of them easily. Probably kept them in for life, to be honest. Where am I going today? I don't know. I'm just going for a ride. I just thought, let's go for a ride, shake it. And yeah, it's handling a lot better now, it is, since I think I've worked out all the old fuel out of the system now, or at least mixed it in with some new one. Like when I filled the tank up a little bit, then shook the tank around a bit, so it's got rid of the old fuel out the carbs, and then it's mixing with its new fuel, and then yeah. Oh, it's just nice to have a little bit of power for a change, rather than cruising around at 45 miles an hour on a Honda Cub. Yeah, so buy a nice big sports tourer, yeah, like a 750 or an 800, and you take it on roads like this. And I'm not doing a sat nav, this is because I want to come this way. So yeah, part of me goes, yeah, I mean, the VFR's got soft enough suspension that it's alright, but yeah, sports bike, a full-on sports bike, it'd be too much. But yeah, this is some of the nice back roads. Hopefully they're okay. You get the odd car coming the other way, or the odd farm traffic. I think we'll head up to Devil's Dyke actually. Yeah, like I say, I just want to give this bike a little shakedown really, just to make sure it's all tickety-boo. Yeah, this will be my daily driver for the next few months anyway. The CT can go and have a rest, probably. The 250 RS, well, that's a bit broken still, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that bike, the RS. Might have to part ways with it, I don't know. Might be time to pass it on to someone else. Yeah, the problem is with a project bike, you lose interest. You just lose interest. It goes to the back of the shed or the garage or whatever, and you just lose interest on it. So, and I haven't really spent any money on it because everything I've done on it has just been checks. But then if I can't get it running through just checks, are like, oh geez, there's a horrible gouge in the road there, oh, like a rut. Catch your front wheel in that, you're coming off. I just realised what that's called, what that blinking van's called. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're looking for some more VFR footage, then yeah, there'll be some more of that this year. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you next video.